Welcome to Health, Wellbeing and Lifestyle, where professionals in the field inform, educate and inspire the community to be healthier, more balanced and live the lifestyle they love. Our first guest today is Daniella D'Amore, and she's here to discuss the topic of the importance of meditation and its misconceptions. Welcome, Daniella.
Thank you, Megan.
Daniella, a lot of people have heard of meditation. Why is it positive for individuals to meditate?
Meditation's been around a long time, right? I know that there are a lot of people who think that meditation is some kind of trend, it's trendy, everyone's doing meditation, so it's something we should get on board with or whatever. But, it's a 5,000-year-old fad, let's say that. And every culture on the planet has a form of meditation. So there are different types of meditation, and there is a difference between meditation and mindfulness. A lot of people put that together, but it is slightly different. So it's important, first of all, to find the right meditation that suits you. And there are many out there. And when you find what's right for you and you practice that, and it's a regular practice, then you will start to feel, see, sense so many benefits, not only in your physical body, but in your material life, I guess. Your environment, your relationships improve, your health improves, your creativity improves. So many things improve because what meditation helps us to do is to get into that space of calmness, basically. I mean, fundamentally, that's what it does. It helps us to return to a place of calmness, where from that place we can make better decisions for a better life, right? So when we do a lot of meditation, we're not doing it because we want to become better meditators. That's not the purpose of doing meditation. The purpose of doing meditation is just to become better at life. And that's what meditation helps us to do, become better at life. Because then we're not reacting to things, we're responding. Right? And when we come from a response, we're going to make much better decisions that will benefit us. So there'll be also less stress in our life. And as we know, stress causes a lot of, imbalance in our bodies and in our lives. So what I always like to point out is that it is a practice. It's not something you do for a weekend and that's it, I've meditated, I know how to do it, it's all good, I'm good. No, meditation is something that is important to incorporate into your, if not daily life, at least weekly life. So that over a period of time, it does become something that is very much a part of your routine, and consequently, as I said, over time, you will see the benefits of that. Not only see it, but reap the benefits of that, right? Because, you think about the cultures that meditate every day, for hours of a day. Well, they're doing that for a lifetime. You would think by now they'd be pretty good at it, But no, they keep doing it. And why is that? Why is it that they keep doing it? Because it's a practice. It's not a religion. It's not a philosophy. It's a practice. And the reason why we practice is because there's always somewhere deeper to go within ourselves. And the deeper we can go, the deeper we're going to learn about who we are, who we truly are, which means what are our core values? What are the things we like and dislike? How am I feeling in this moment? How am I responding in this moment? So that you can ask yourself all the right questions to then, as I said, make healthier choices.
Daniella, although a lot of people have heard of meditation, it appears that there's a few misunderstandings around it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions around meditation. And if you Google what is meditation, 1 million, 2 million sites will come up telling you what meditation is and what the benefits of meditation is, because there's many, many of them. They use meditation for a lot of health benefits, mental issues, just a healthier, balanced lifestyle. However, there are many people out there, they create these excuses because they believe they're not good at meditation, or meditation is a religious thing and I'm not religious. I don't want to do mantras. Well, you don't have to do mantras, I don't want to sit still for that long, or I can't sit still for that long. My head doesn't stay still. I can't sit and meditate because, I overthink. all the more reason to do it, right, first of all. And other people, well, I'm not well, or I don't have the time. Don't have the time is a big one. So if you can't find 15 minutes in a week to meditate, you know, then you're not really taking care of yourself, right? So these misconceptions, because as you know, in life, we conceptualize everything in life, right? Everything we believe, our beliefs are based on concepts that we have believed. I mean, I recommend at least 15 minutes a day, which is what I try to do personally. And some days I'll do 15 minutes. Sometimes I do an hour, depending on what I have, and sometimes it's 5 minutes. And the other concept, the misconception about meditation is that you need to be sitting. No, people meditate when they're doing something they love. So a lot of times when people are gardening, for example, you know, whenever you're in the moment and you're really connected to what you're doing, like, you know, men who tinker away at cars and the hours go by, or it can be even while you're washing the dishes, you know, you're just washing dishes and there's nothing in your mind, you know, or you're just there with the dishes. That's meditating. That's mindful meditating. Because mindful meditating is you are absolutely aligned with the moment. And you are completely aware of what is happening in the moment. So you're aware of everything you're doing, but you're not connected or you're not attached to anything that's happening. The Dalai Lama says, if every 8-year-old on the planet started to learn meditation now and it became part of their life, we would have peace within a generation.
For our viewers at home, Daniella, what can they do straight away to start their meditation journey?
Well, right away, all they need to do is just sit, you know, find a quiet moment in the day, and all they need to do, and if they want to play music, that's fine too. You know how some people like to have some nice gentle music behind. But the main thing is, if you can sit even for 5 minutes, and all you need to do is just focus on your breath. That's all. Now, thoughts may come in. That's okay. They're supposed to be there. Our minds never stop. We're great thinkers. Sometimes those are good thoughts and sometimes they're not. But just focusing on your breath and just saying to yourself when a thought arises, that's okay. It's okay that you're there. But right now, I'm just focusing on my breath. So you're always bringing the focus and the attention back to your breath. And if you can just start doing that 5 minutes a day, or throughout the day when you're going for a walk, because there are walking meditations as well. And that's about being totally conscious of how your feet touch the earth or how you're walking, how your body is moving.
Daniella, that's such wonderful, fantastic information.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
If you'd like to know more about Daniella and the importance of meditation, please go to her webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au. And after the break, we'll have another interesting guest with another interesting topic. Stay tuned. After the break, barbecue cook and healthy food advocate Sarah Kiryshin will be talking about healthy food for today's busy people. Welcome back to Health, Wellbeing and Lifestyle, and we're here again with Sarah Kiryshin, barbecue cook and healthy food advocate, continuing our discussions regarding healthy food for today's busy people. And Sarah has turned up with this incredible feast. So please explain yourself, Sarah.
Alrighty, so this is one of my favorite topics. As we know, I am a barbecue lover and a busy person, okay? So for me, I need to make sure that everything ticks a box for me, right? So it has to be delicious, it has to be easy, and it has to be quite kind of straightforward to cook as well. So one of my favorite things to do on a Sunday afternoon is rummage through my crisper, have a look at all the veggies in there and think, great, what can I barbecue? What can I cook up today that will return favours for future Sarah? So I think about my week and I go, you know what? I'm going to get a lot of cooking out of the way now, get it all done, and then I've got some variety, some amazing healthy food. And because we're cooking on the barbecue, I get to have that char, beautiful flavour that is indescribable and unmatched, and I get to enjoy that throughout the week, which is wonderful.
So I see you've got broccoli, carrots, capsicum. Is it possible to switch that out and substitute it with something else?
Yes, absolutely. So what I do have is, for what kind of inspired this is I thought to myself, okay, what can I do with this food? So by cooking up the carrots, the capsicum, the broccoli, the eggplant, and then I've got a few proteins here. So I thought to myself, okay, great, I'm going to marinate the beef in some amazing soy sauce to give a bit of an Asian inspiration. Pairing that with some carrots and broccoli and the eggplant, it just makes this beautiful harmony of flavours. So out of this, I'll be making like a, kind of a Thai beef salad situation, a little bit of cherry tomatoes to add in some pop of freshness and some salad leaves. Boom. I've organised myself a delicious salad there that's going to obviously serve me tomorrow or the next day. So, and with the chicken, I can repurpose this chicken. Most of the time we'll just eat it straight off the skewer because it's so delicious and it's hard to contain ourselves. But what we can do is we can turn that into a salad. We can turn it into chicken wraps. You can slice the chicken finely, maybe even make some rice paper rolls out of it down the track as well. In terms of substitutions, what we can do is we could easily turn this into a vegetarian feast or even a vegan feast. So if we simply sub out or swap out the beef and chicken, we can add in some tofu. So what I would do with this is I would add some tofu in. Automatically it's a vegan dish or a vegan platter if we will. So I would grill the tofu. Of course, we've got our broccoli and our carrots here. Put that in a rice bowl and you have yourself the most amazing charred, barbecued, crispy tofu. You've got a delicious rice bowl. It's filling, it's nourishing, and it's super, super easy. Alternatively, what you can do is you can grill some halloumi. One of my favourite things to do on the barbecue is to grill halloumi. That's a vegetarian option for us, of course. And again, it gives us quite a few options down the track. One of the things that I love to do with my grilled capsicum is slice it into thin slices, then pop it in a marinade of some olive oil and some lemon juice, a little bit of salt, maybe some oregano or some other fresh herbs. Then you've got yourself some marinated capsicum. You can put that on pretty much anything, sandwiches, wraps. Something I like to do is chop it up quite finely and make a little bruschetta mix out of it. The flavours that it infuses down the track, you're just doing future you a favour.
I'm interested in flavour and I would like to know how you infuse flavour into all the separate ingredients so they don't all taste like the one barbecue.
Alrighty, so this is a really, really good topic and one that I'm also very, very passionate about. So for example, with the eggplant here, what I did is I made up a little honey soy dressing. So while it's on the grill, I'm going to be basting that in a honey soy dressing. And then I turn it and it infuses it even more. It gets that little bit of char, I baste it again. And so we're kind of locking in that one flavour profile to that one element of the dish. And so with the broccoli, for example, that's already got an amazing char on it. So we think, okay, what can we do to enhance the flavour of broccoli? I personally love a little bit of butter, not too much, a little bit of butter and some salt. Broccoli is actually one of those vegetables that it tastes, when it's cooked right, it tastes so incredible. It's got this beautiful nutty flavour. So I love, when it comes to carrots, I absolutely love to put butter, honey and caraway seeds. For me, it is a match made in heaven. I have one dish that I do. I will char grill some carrots, pop it in the fridge for later, and then make sure I've put some honey, butter and caraway seeds on it. And then you can pop it on a little bit of whipped feta or any kind, honestly, anything, because it tastes so good. But on some whipped feta, it is magnificent.
Sarah, if you could give us your top barbecue tips, that would be fantastic.
Okay, so number one is to make sure that you have got your barbecue ready. Some people get a little bit intimidated because they think it's going to take so long to fire up a barbecue. For me, we're talking an hour of my day to cook all of this food. So when I'm doing a really big cook that involves a number of different ingredients, I do like to set up a bit of a production line. So what I would do is I'll just prep all my veggies, cut them up, put them separately on a large plate or in some containers. Then I'll make sure my barbie is extra hot, start cooking. When I start cooking, I love to ensure that I'm injecting even more flavour into it because I just love the barbecue flavour so much. So then I will use some wood chips. I'll pop some smoking chips on the charcoal just before I start cooking the food, and that starts to smoke up and will bring the most incredible flavour into this food. And you can also alternate the timings of when you're putting things on as well. So maybe you won't want a hickory smoke flavour in the carrots, for example. So what I would do is cook the carrots first, and then I'll put my wood chips on to get a different flavour in the different foods.
Thank you so much, Sarah. If you want more information about Sarah and barbecue cooking and preparing healthy meals for the rest of the week, go to Sarah's webpage on our website at healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au, and stay tuned. We'll see you after the break with another terrific guest and interesting topic.
Stay tuned. After the break, NDIS business consultant and empowerment coach Jacqui Grant will be talking about the 3 easy steps to weight release. Welcome back. Our next guest today is Jacqui Grant. She is an NDIS business consultant and empowerment coach. And the topic we'll be discussing today is the 3 easy steps to weight release. Welcome, Jacqui.
Thanks for having me.
What are the 3 easy steps to weight release?
Well, that's a really good question. And before we get into the actual 3 easy steps, let's talk about the word release. Like most people say, isn't it weight loss? Now, there's the psychology behind it. If you think for a moment, I've lost my car keys, what do you naturally do? You naturally look for them, right? You go to find them, you want them back. But when you release something, you let it go. Go, I'm done. I don't need it anymore. So when it comes to weight, and we're often wanting to lose weight, don't we want to release it and let it go, and we don't want it back? So I use that word release a lot, and I thought if I just make it a little clearer, it should help for the rest of the tips, which are that you have to be in the right mindset and feeling vulnerable to lose the weight. So the first step being that you want to identify you're ready for change, that you're ready to feel vulnerable in letting go and making change. The next one is looking at your current habits. So what are you currently doing that's not working and that is working? Understanding that is where you can create change from, because often what we do is we just go ahead and go, oh, I need to change my food, I need to do this, I need to do that. You actually don't need to do anything. It's all a choice, which comes to the power of wordplay like release. And the next thing is taking it one step at a time. So once you identify what isn't working, where you're ready to create change, you choose one space, one thing that you're ready to change. If you go ahead and start exercising, if you go ahead and change your food habits, the likelihood of sticking with all of those big changes all at once is minimal, and you are going to have bigger setbacks. Taking it one step at a time helps you to feel empowered, helps you to build that confidence.
What's your experience with weight release? And out of the 3 steps, what's been the most challenging?
Hesitating here a little bit because it sounds unbelievable. I have let go of 114 kilos. So I, at one stage, was 168 kilos and my health was really suffering. I did have a health scare, which I sat there and I said, look, if I survive this, I will do whatever it takes to release the weight. So I did go ahead and see a bariatric surgeon, so a weight loss surgeon, and we'd found that my body, my stomach really wasn't working as effectively as it could have been. So to release weight was possibly something that wasn't going to happen just with dietary and exercise change. So I went ahead and had that surgery, but the biggest challenge for me was that mindset. So Smaller stomach meant smaller food portions, which a lot of people do implement with their weight release, but looking at the food and thinking, yes, I can eat a dinner plate. No, I can't. I can't eat all of that. And understanding that this was a lifetime journey. So the changes I was going to make after that surgery, well, I actually started to make them beforehand, was this is for the rest of my life. This is a choice. Now, if my mindset was like, no, I can't do it, then of course I wasn't going to have success. Or if I focused on the failures of the past, I wasn't going to have success. So I developed a can-do mindset. So the mindset came in where it's like we're taking it one day at a time. We're putting in strategies of celebrating even a half a kilo gone, or a new, 2 centimeters gone. So using other tools to help the mindset stay positive and can do was things like, instead of using the number on the scale all the time, clothes. How do my clothes fit? And whenever I came against a challenge, such as not being able to do as much exercise as I want, or life got in the way and I didn't exercise all the time, I used a mindset of, you know what? This week I did exercise once. Okay, I didn't do it 5 times, but I did it once, and that's a win. But that took a lot of work, a lot of energy, and using tools such as a journal helped, supporting people in my life. So having people that actually supported me the way I required them to, not the way they thought they should. That was a bit of a challenge as well. And then there was also the fact that I went on and did other study, which really helped me to stay on track. And being ADHD, I could use those skills as well of hyperfocus. Like, I'm doing this and I've got this energy. But mindset is so hard because we play records of the past. So it does take a big lot of energy and shift to move forward from that. But it is possible. You can do it.
What's some advice you could offer our viewers?
Well, the first thing is to really watch the words that you use around your choice of when it comes to weight release. I use that a lot because it's actually empowering. And the other thing that I would get you to think about is, why is it that you want to release the weight? Like, is it because you've got a medical condition and your doctor says you have to? I mean, valid point and good advice, so please follow it. But are you wanting to do it because you've got an ideal image in mind of, oh, I want to be an amazing size 10 and have this amazing body? Not saying it's not possible, but the reason and the motivation behind why it is you're choosing, so once again, that's a choice, not a need, is so important. Because if you sit back and do this for someone else, if you choose to change your food habits, change your exercise habits, and you're doing it for someone else, it won't work long term. So really come from heart space, check in with yourself as to what's important for you and why you really want this. And then get the right people around you, such as a coach that's going to empower you. But each person's individual needs should be met for them, because one diet doesn't fit all, one exercise program doesn't fit all, and it's really important that you get your mindset right. So working with a coach that will empower you and listen to you, same as getting the right personal trainer. It's important to have the right support, the right motivation, and do it for the right reasons.
That's such empowering information, Jacqui. If you'd like to know more about the 3 easy steps to weight release and Jacqui Grant, please go to her webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au. And that's all for us today. We'll say bye-bye until next week.
If you'd like to know more about our show, please like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.